Hi, I'm Matt. Welcome back to another in-home repair video brought to you by ApplianceVideo.com. So we've got a Maytag dishwasher. When you touch the control panel, some of these buttons are not responding properly. So when you hit the light, it automatically started the cycle. So there's like a short in the keypad. Just going to show you kind of what's going on here. Pressing a couple different buttons. Quick wash is not responsive, and then all of a sudden the cycle just starts. So it's just kind of starting cycles on its own. It's going to be just indicative of a short in the keypad somewhere. So we're going to show you how to replace this console assembly. Stop. Before beginning any repair, always be sure to disconnect the power to the appliance. It is also recommended to test the outlet for proper voltage. Remember to also turn off the water. Alright, first thing you're going to do is just open your door, and you've got all these screws here. They're Torx bits. They're going to be T15 Torxes. We're going to go ahead and remove all of the T15 Torx screws. Once you've got all your perimeter screws off, you still have these four. This one's out, but the four on the top you can leave in for now. And we're just going to roll it forward. And you just lift up to remove the lower half of the front panel here. And now we've got our harness for the touchpad. I'm going to go ahead and disconnect that. Now you've got no power to the touchpad. Go ahead and roll it forward, and we'll go ahead and remove our other screws here. Now you will take note that your two center screws are going to be a little bit longer. You don't want to put one of these long screws in on this side where you've got that beveled edge, otherwise it'll poke through and damage your new control panel. So we've got one more 1/4 inch screw down here at the bottom that has to be removed. Once that's removed, the whole panel can come forward. A lot of times you can look at the touchpad, and if you see any black spots in there or condensation or moisture, that'll be kind of a dead giveaway that the ribbon cable is damaged. Don't see anything here, so we're going to go ahead and remove the handle. Just have little white tabs on either side. Going to depress them. And then if you look underneath here, you can see all of the corrosion on this touchpad. That's going to be an indication that your touchpad and your keys are going to malfunction when you're pressing the buttons. So we'll go ahead and put a new touchpad on. Drop the handle in place. Just want to make sure you're not pinching this ribbon cable. You do kind of have to lay right over the top of it. Just like that. Roll this around. And we'll go ahead and install that 1/4 inch screw down here at the bottom. Roll it forward, and we will install our two long T15 screws. And you just want to make sure you're not over torquing these. Make sure your torque setting on the drill is set pretty light. over tighten them, you can snap the plastic piece that it threads into off and compromise the control panel. Now we'll go ahead and reconnect our harness. And we'll drop our front cover in place. On the back side here, it's going to kind of drop right in here. That's going to slot right into this black piece right there. So you kind of drop it down this way. Once you're in the slot, then you're going to end up rolling it forward and pulling up to actually connect with your two tabs here on the front side. Bring it forward, lift up. And then once you can see your screw holes start to align, just get one in on the left-hand side. Kind of flip it forward here. We'll make sure we're in place. And then go ahead and get one in on the opposite side here. Alright, now it's just a matter of putting all the rest of the screws back in. Okay, now that all the screws are installed, you can go ahead and test the panel out. All the buttons are responsive on the left-hand side for cycle selection. Occasionally, if you do one of these, replace a control panel with the power on and you don't disconnect the power or cycle the power off, you may have to actually put it into a service diagnostic mode in order to get the touch panel to function. This particular model doesn't look like it's going to have that problem, but if you did want to put it into a service test mode, just hit your cancel drain button, clear everything out, make sure your control panel is asleep, and then select any three buttons and then just go in sequence 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. All your lights should illuminate. It's going to step through and display any stored error codes that are in there, and then it should automatically start a cycle. However, to do this, basically if you're just installing a control panel, you could just cancel it right back out of that, and then the user interface should be functional. So go ahead, we're just going to run a test cycle, and that's going to complete the repair.
Thank you for watching another quality video brought to you by ApplianceVideo.com.